system, nor will we as long as I'm state superintendent, that does what we call track students. We want a system that allows every single student to reach his or her full maximum potential.
What we're producing in our public education is a student who graduates from 12th grade with the inability of moving to state or UC level work. So what we find are students spending money getting student loans to be able to retake courses that they should have received and successfully completed in high school. And by default, going into perhaps a gang culture where they can make some money in an underground economy. Then we want to blame them for being in an underground economy when we fail to provide them with the skill set to be able to go get a job. So we are in fact tracking our children from 3rd grade with the lack of quality students into an underground economy, into the gang industrial world, right into the prison industrial complex, all because we failed them in education from 3rd grade on.
My name is Reverend Jeff Carr, and I'm the Director of Gang Reduction and Youth Development in the Office of Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa in the City of Los Angeles. Well, the Office of Gang Reduction and Youth Development really has one primary function, and that is to wrap our arms around this issue of gang and youth violence. And, you know, gangs have been around Los Angeles for a long time. But I think in the last couple of years, there's become a consensus in the city amongst the leadership, the political leaders, the community leaders, folks who realize that the way we've been approaching this problem in the past just hasn't been working. Frankly, what we've had is a mass incarceration strategy. In the last 10 years, we've arrested over 500,000 young people and young adults in Los Angeles County. Now people realize that just arresting young people is not going to work. In fact, Chief Bratton, I think one of his best quotes is that we can't arrest our way out of this problem. And even though he's responsible for arresting people, that's not going to be the solution.
I'm Los Angeles City Attorney Rocky Delgadillo. I've been the city's chief prosecutor, which means I believe my job is to help keep the streets safe here in the city of Los Angeles. As a prosecutor and having grown up in the neighborhood, it appeared to me that we could get in front of some of these things. Of course, one of the top issues that we deal with is the gang proliferation in our city. You know, we unfortunately were the cradle of gangs. We gave birth to them. But I also think that means that we have a responsibility to be the place to come up with the solution for gangs. And it's not just about arresting and prosecuting and putting folks in jail. That doesn't work. We know that doesn't work. But there are other things that we need to think about, and one of those things I think is schools. In fact, I can tell you with a straight face that gangs thrive where schools fail, period. End of story. If our schools are not working, gangs are going to rise up and take control of that neighborhood and become the government. That's something that we think is important for law enforcement to think about. And so one of the things we've done is we've put our prosecutors on campuses here in Los Angeles where gangs are filling the streets with violence, negative behavior. I want a prosecutor there, not to prosecute crimes, but to do all the things that are necessary to prevent crime from occurring in that neighborhood. Had some success, but again, the schools are critical to our public safety agenda. Our schools have to be successful. And for schools to be successful, they need the resources necessary to give our kids a fighting chance. And that's all we want them to have, is a fighting chance.
My name is Cherise, and I grew up here in Southern California. I came to California when I was 12 with my mom. She was a single mother. We figured coming here, it would be a better life. But coming here, she was introduced to crack. I started selling drugs at 13, 14 years old, hustling, doing whatever I could do to, you know, survive and help my brothers and sisters. And I felt like I played the male role and the protector. When you're young, you really don't know. I was looking at the car, the money, and the flashy things because this is what I was attracted to. I was in foster care at the time. I still tried to continue, you know, getting my high school diploma and my education, and also being a parent and raising my son without the dad there to help.
Antonio Villaraigosa, Mayor of the City of Los Angeles. I'm here